Hey everyone. So earlier today I made a video talking about this verse here, and I just wanted to explain a little bit more on it. Why I feel it's a very underrated verse. Okay? So out of all these verses of the Bible, if any of you lack wisdom, ask it of God. If another verse, cast your cares upon the Lord, for He cares for us. You know, all these verses have us going to God. But I feel that at the heart of Christianity, this has to be your core, okay? Because just going through the motions, all right, just going to church, listening to what the pastor says, doing your best to do whatever it is he told you to do, and all that, like that's good, but that keeps all the Christianity up here. Make sure you can see me in the camera. And just a short story of my life I'd like to throw in here. Up to about the year, I think 2011, that's where most of my Christianity was. I did have it in my heart to a degree, but after 2011, I went through a really super trial, and it's when you put your faith into practice. I had all this knowledge of growing up in the church, of knowing all these things, and this trial came against me, and it was like the devil just sucker punched me. And up until that point in time in my life, there was no Goliath that could defeat me. I mean, I was commonly known as the happiest person alive. There was just nothing that ever came against me and defeated me. And then this trial happened, and it just, I felt like I lost the battle. And this verse is something that I believe was super key, okay? Because at my core, I knew this verse. I know that if you want to find God, this is the only way, okay? I want you to pay attention to these words. And you shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with your whole heart. Meditate on these words, study on these words until they are a part of you, okay? Because this verse is not only a way to God, it's the only way to God, okay? This verse basically outlines God will be hidden from everybody who does not seek Him. I really want you to grasp that. Going through the motions will not get you to find God, okay? Think about something with a certainty. If I jump, okay, I know with 100% certainty that I'm going to fall back down to the ground. There's not a slim percent of a fraction of a percent chance that I will just keep on going on for eternity, okay? This verse is an absolute truth, okay? If you see God with 99.99999% of your heart, He will still be hidden from you. You have to seek Him with your whole heart, and it is a 100% guarantee you will find Him, because He says you will find me. So it was, again, I'm going back to that trial in 2011. That's the thing that unlocked this for me, okay? I want to spend some time in the future talking about trials and how they can spur us to see God, okay? Or to turn us away from evil and turn us to God. Not all trials in your life are just bad things, something Job says, and I can't remember exactly, but he says something like, we accept good from God, will we not accept trouble from Him? God causes it to rain on the just and the unjust. God is, He's so wise and beyond us, okay? Never think that God is wrong, okay? That's a little piece of information I want to slip in there. If anything is happening to you in your life and you're like, what the heck, God? Okay, I want you to immediately stop right there and back up a few steps. God is never in the wrong. God never does evil. God cannot tempt you with evil. God cannot do evil to you in the hopes of some good coming about. Okay? God is absolute good. Okay? And because he is absolute good, there are some laws revolving around that. This is one of them. Okay? And when going back to the trial, I spent about 3 days trying to put together all the pieces, fix everything that was broken, and when it finally clicked in me that I could not do it, I could not physically fix this mess, I got on my knees, and I can remember where I was at Jim's Produce, and I started praying. And at some point in that prayer, early on as well, I said, God, I will seek you and I will find you. I mean, kind of like some Taken, movie, Liam Neeson, maybe some movie goers will get that. But I said, I will seek you and I will find you. I mean, I was going to fiercely seek God because I knew he was the only one that could fix the problem. And also, I knew that the only way to find God was to seek him with that fierceness until it just becomes a part of you. Okay, when this becomes it's like one of those things that's an effort at first. Okay, it's like running a race or something, and something you work out for and you practice for, but the more you do it, just the more it becomes a part of your life. And I want so much that this scripture be written on your heart, and just know the guaranteedness of this, because a lot of people, like I mentioned earlier, we don't feel like we have a need to seek God with our whole heart. Life's going pretty fine. And that was the case with me. I mean, I had a lot of knowledge of God. Okay, I mean, I was in a lot of ways very proud of that knowledge. But that trial really humbled me. Okay, and through practicing my faith, I was able to move that knowledge and understanding from here to here. And there's a verse that Jesus tells his disciples, what I show you in the darkness, yell it from the rooftops. And I know what that verse means. I mean, I think it's one of those verses you got to live it to understand what it means. But sometimes darkness is a good thing. It can lead you to the light. When you're surrounded by darkness and there's just a little bit of light at the end of that tunnel, you will seek that light. I mean, but I'm going on ranting here. Learn this verse, study it, meditate on it, and I mean, it's very difficult to seek God when life's going great. I find that in myself. Spiritually speaking, I do better in seeking God when my flesh is in turmoil than my spirit is more in God, because I rely on him a lot more for strength. When my flesh is doing good, I feel like I don't have to seek as fervently. That has changed the last few years of seeking God and learning, getting greater revelations of his love. It causes me to desire him more at all times, and to rely on his love, his grace, his mercy, compassion at all times, and know that I can't do anything of my own. Apart from Jesus Christ, I can do nothing. Apart from God, I can do nothing. Galatians 2:20. It's no longer I who live, but Christ who lives within me. That is what I'm striving for. I hope it's what everyone within the sound of my voice is also going for. And this is the root verse, like the root of finding all blessedness, all goodness, all everything. So I love you guys. Hope you learned a thing or two, and y'all take care.